Welcome to another edition of Tim's Take. This is episode 3, I believe. It's been a while since we last spoke, so let's dive right in and see where we're at. When we last left off, we were at week 7. We were 2-4. We had a bunch of must-win games coming up. We needed to change the tide and right the ship in the right direction. So. Week 8, like I said, we had a must-win game against the Green Bay Packers. And what do? We got to win. 45-44 in a crazy thriller game against the Priests. I don't expect anything less. 351 yards of offense to his 305. The Packers led in rushing for 126 to 92, but we led in passing 259 to 179. 20 first downs to 13. Big stat of the game is turnovers. 2 for us and 4 for the Packers. This game was swings of momentum. We started off toe-to-toe with them, but the score was actually 38-21 at the beginning of the third quarter. And it wasn't looking good for us. I actually had a moment where we started 0-2 on drives in the third quarter. We got behind, and it was almost time to pack it in. But whenever you play Priest, you always have a chance. So I went back to basics, and that's I think that's a key. If you find yourself down, and no matter what record you are, go back to what you do well. What do you do basics? We started running the ball more. We started passing to make it effective, getting those first downs, moving the chains to get things rolling. And we owned the fourth quarter, putting up 17 to his 6. We had a go-ahead drive and left him with the ball with 2 minutes. And whenever you go up and you leave somebody the ball with 2 minutes and change left, that's downright scary. Because you know they're going to try to come back. So we're up 45-38 when he had the ball and he's trying to come back. And he's got playmakers all over the field, so it's hard to target which one you're going to stop. He found his awesome rookie for a touchdown at the end that would have set up the game-tying extra point. And the Madden gods were in our favor as the extra point was blocked, led to a 45-44 win. So, big win in the division. And like I said, you get those moments where you're just behind. Keep chiseling away, keep grinding. Things will turn the tide. The tide will turn and things will go in your favor. So, next we had the Cincinnati Bengals in a little Koch. This was a very physical game. A very big plays won this game. For one of the first few times of the year, we've actually hugely outrushed our opponent. Final score is 36-27. The Lions win, so a huge win for us. 357-359 on offense, so even. Rushing yards, like I said, 169-51. Passing yards, 308 on his side to 188. He's got playmakers all over the field. He's got 99 receivers here and there. And if you stop Barkley, you still have to deal with Ja'Marr Chase. So what do? We got lucky that Barkley did get hurt in that game and was unable to finish the second half. But we sort of, Chase is going to get his numbers. Let's just contain him. Let him get his catches. Let him get his numbers. And do the best we can to keep one step ahead in the game. 1 turnover, which is awesome. Even if you can be low on turnovers, I said it again. If you can be low on turnovers, you have a chance in every game. Don't kill yourself by throwing unnecessary interceptions, making bad reads, and giving the other team more chances to score. Yeah, this is a unusual game where we lost the time of possession by about 5 minutes, yet we still hung on and won. So the final game before now the last game we latest was against the Kansas City Chiefs, and we won 23-10 in a dominating fashion. We constantly had everything clicking. The offensive game, big plays when it mattered most. 281 to 235 offensive yards. Not really an offensive game, but more of an opportunistic game. The score looked like it was going to be 3-3 in a defensive battle. Who knew we would have a defensive battle with these two over-talented rosters? But it looked like it was set up for 3-3, and really the play of the game was that drive by the end of the first half, where I had the ball with 45 seconds left, a couple timeouts. Yeah, I'm going to be taking my shots. Found Laporta on an out to the left side, caught it, went out of bounds. Found J-Mo on a comeback to the right side, caught it, went out of bounds, set myself up to either kick a field goal or go a touchdown. I took a couple shots in the end zone, the one being Quaz Watkins, he's been awesome since I signed him. And a big touchdown right before the end of the first half to put us up 10-3. We won the third quarter, which I think that helps. If you're winning or behind, and you get the third quarter coming, you can always come back. The third quarter, sort of, did we make the right adjustments? Are we changing the momentum of the game? Because you could be down, and the third quarter can help you come back in the game. Or the opposite, it can make you further behind. So, turnovers. Story of the game again. 0 turnovers by us for 2. We took care of the ball. And that's one of the big reasons why we're having success this year, is the very few times do we throw more than 2 picks in a game. Very few times do we put the ball in harm's way. We're making good, solid reads. That's what you need to do. So we're not putting up crazy stats. We're not anybody going, whoa, look at those numbers. No, this is about wins and losses. We got, we're currently 5-4. We're leading the division, which is awesome because in OMFL it's been a while since I could say that. How are we doing well? Well, I'm going to look at a couple things on this roster. Because there's a couple, I was looking at a couple things that stand out. One, we made a trade for Derrick Henry. We made a trade for Derrick Henry in week 3. And he's actually been a very key reason for the success. Started off kind of slow. We couldn't figure out how to use him, but he was gaining 48 yards his first game, 41 a second, 45. Since that Vikings game where he got hurt on the first play and I was out for the rest of the game, he's put up touchdowns, and that's what I wanted from him. I wanted him to be that pounding running back that scores on goal lines or tight situations and third and short. Who can I count on to get those few yards? And it's been Henry. Again, week 8 against the Packers, 13 carries for 34, not a lot of yards, but 2 touchdowns. That's good. Against the Bengals, he exploded. 16 carries for 121, 3 touchdowns. And against the Chiefs, 11 carries for 43 and a touchdown. So he's getting touchdowns. He has 6 touchdowns his last 3 games. And the 6 games before those games, he's only had 2. So we got things working with him. And it looks to keep going as he's a very good complementary back to Gibbs. Another player that's been outstanding in helping us win more than I can even fathom has been our rookie quarterback, Farkas. I'm not missing a beat with him. I am very confident in his ability and things going forward. I drafted him knowing that rookie quarterbacks are rough. Put them in could be difficult. A lot of growing pains. You got to watch interceptions on rookie quarterbacks. You got to put the ball in positions to be successful. So he's not putting up flashy numbers. His career high in 9 games is 264. But I'm not asking him to put up flashy numbers. I'm not asking him to throw 400, 500 yards. I'm asking him to take care of the ball and don't put it in harm's way. First game, 5 interceptions against D-Money. Learning with the quarterback. D-Money's going to make even the most veteran quarterback throw a bunch of picks. In the second game against the Bears, 0. Against the Ravens, and then the Vikings, 1 each. Then the Eagles. Eagles was one of his... he was outstanding against the Eagles, despite the fact that we lost that game. 19 for 25, 250, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. What more do you want out of a rookie quarterback? And those are great veteran quarterback numbers. Vikings game, he did show signs of being a rookie, as he had 3 interceptions that game. Packers won, 2 interceptions that game. Bengals 1 interception, and the Chiefs 0. So overall, I can't be really mad with his numbers. He for the season, he is 145 for 227, 63%. Want to get a little bit higher, but 63% is a very good completion number. 2,039 yards, 17 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. That's great for a quarterback in this league, and should put him up there in one of the best rookies of the season. Another one I want to look at, player, and I pretty much put him on an island and expect him to handle whoever he slide up, and that's Deontay Scott. Deontay Scott is an import from the previous Madden, but my God, the defensive back, he's been outstanding in what he can do. He is in the top 5 for interceptions this year with 8. He's already matched what he did last year. He had 8 interceptions last year in a Pro Bowl season, so he's got 8 already. So he's making the Pro Bowl again. But the Packers game, for example, he had 2 interceptions right when we need to turn the tide. The first game against the Vikings, he had 2 in a hard-fought defensive game. None against the 49ers, 1 against the Bears, 0 against the Ravens. Eagles, he's had 1. Vikings, the second game, he had 1. 0 against the Bengals, 1 against the Chiefs. He's been constantly there making plays, and that's what we want. Because that makes it easier if we can stick him on a receiver and not have to worry and put him on an island. So Deontay Scott is definitely our defensive player of the year on our team. So we got players stepping up, performing roles. Injury-wise, we can't catch a break. especially Chadwick Crowder. Crowder got hurt early in the year that we had to move some people around. He finally got healthy, played 2 games, and now he's back injured again. So we've had to move people around on our offensive line. And whenever you do it, you open up vulnerabilities on your offensive line and make it easier for a defense to target. Like, that's a weak tackle, that's a weak guard. And if you get pressure, not the running game, that changes everything. So we got to piece that together. Next people got to step up and go from there. And where do the Lions go from here? Let's take a look and see what our schedule coming up is. We got some critical games coming up. One is a game later on this morning where we will be playing D. Wayne and the Cowboys, 8-1. The Cowboys have shown signs of a little bit of vulnerability this year, but they're winning those close games no matter what. They won a 10-point game against the Falcons. They won an 8-point game against the Vikings, 7-point game against the Seahawks, 3-point games against the Chargers, and lost a 3-point game to the Chiefs. So, the Chiefs game was a sim. Never mind. So, whenever you play D. Wayne, don't give him ammunition. Don't put the ball in harm's way. Play him close. This is going to be a close game. The only way you're going to win is if it's a close game. He's going to put his numbers on. He's brilliant. He's thinking 2 steps ahead of you the whole entire game. But you gotta take care of the ball as a top priority, because he's going to come at you, and you're going to have to find a way to grind a game out and put yourself and make it close. And then hopefully things fall in your favor towards the end. So that's week 11. Week 12, we got our Thanksgiving Day game against the Bears. The Bears have been struggling this year. Let's put it mildly. They are, I believe, 2-9. The division champions last year are 2-9. So they come to our house. We have to win the games. We have to win. Those are the key. We're expected to beat the Bears. We have to beat the Bears. That's the only way. We got a 1-game lead on Priest, the Packers, which it's really going to come down. The Vikings can turn the ship around and make a run. Does he have it in him, though? Looks like those 3 are going to be in the division race. We are a step up on everybody, so we need to keep our foot on the pedal and keep going. After the Bears game, we have a big game. Well, you know what? We're going to say that for next time. These next 2 games are key. Can we keep up with the Cowboys? Can we win a game that we should win against the Bears? We do that, we're in a prime position down the stretch for our final 6 games. So we got 4 halfway. We're 5-4. I couldn't ask me in a better position. The division's right there for our taking. Stay the course. We need to play the way we're playing. Run the ball. You can't throw an interception if you're running the ball. I know it sounds silly, but it's true. Play good defense, solid, opportunistic defense. Take advantage of the opportunities. And pretty much that's all I have. So until next time, peace.